if you hear like thunderous banging and whatnot, there's a big cunting storm just now. So I want you to be aware that I'm filming this, and outside my fucking door, there's a big cunting storm. So just want to make sure we got that clear. Inxvitable, don't flop. 1st of February. Let's break it down. Whew.
One a day till 100K. Look, I've been with plenty women, still don't know how women think. Been through the good and bad, really through the thick and thin. Sometimes I'm questioning the world that they be living in. Their standards be a fantasy to fan their public image. If it's Twitter, 6 figures isn't rich now, huh? But IRL, they gave it up for a chipped out blunt. I'd rather stay in the house and leave the bitch out front. I won't fit into your criteria list, now what? See, she say she like to sniff and hit a dab. I think shawty wildin'. She go from power to the gas like she in a hybrid. Say she doesn't do this often, guess she got some mileage. She say she into Libras, I said I'm into silence. Come with baggage, I ain't carrying your luggage, bitch. She get to lying and she come up with the dumbest shit. Starts talking about my truth, I'm making fun of it. The greatest thing about truth is, it's only one of it,
What's good, Cammygbr? We are here. As I'm filming this, about a week or so away. Inxvitable, man. I'm looking forward to this. This will be the first, I feel like this will be the first proper big don't flop event I've ever been to. So I'd been to the Dundee event back in not what the last year but the year before. But that was like the first proper don't flop event, I think. Yeah, I've always wanted to went to the Apexes and whatnot, and when I was kind of as long as I followed the culture, I was just what the Scottish people would call a bairn, aka a child. I was just a bairn back then, and being a bairn, I would never be able to go to Don't Flop in its prime at the young age of 14, 15, like on my own. So when I could go to events on my own, my first event was Summer Madness. I chose my events well, and so when going there, but at that point, Don't Flop died. It did kind of die. So all these, you know, the birthday events I never went to, checkpoint events I never went to. I was intending on going to the birthday event for QUILL versus Gemini, but the train screwed me over, so I just packed my shit and went home and got the pay-per-view. Yeah, we did there was quite a lot of times I tried to go but never could, so I'm actually very much looking forward to the first big Don't Flop event, especially Hoxton Hall. This should be a movie. It should be. You know, like the matches, this is definitely more of the birthday weekend, and this was probably what was planned to be the birthday weekend, maybe including T-Top and Nils at a point, or you know what I mean. There's something about this that feels a lot more birthday-ish than what we had on the birthday event, and that was kind of like a layover event to prepare us for this. This is a big card. Let's really break it down. But I've had a bit of fun here. You might have seen it on the thumbnail. I just thought, you know what? Let's do a comparative thing. So like if I give you my prediction versus ChatGPT. So as I'm doing this, I'll go over and I'll put it in God, ChatGPT's better at talking than I am. I will put it all on ChatGPT. Boom. Let's see what the internet has to say. Let's see what AI has to say and who has a better kind of preview. So, Inxvitable. It was Inxvitable I was doing this vlog. Let's break it down. Start from the bottom up. That could be a pause. Who cares? RX Southside versus KRAY. Right now, RX Southside kind of has the glow. I see he's got this interesting thing going on that's involving QUILL and MK and Photoboy and all these names. He's got something in brewing, and I like the culture that RX Southside's trying to make, rather than just being about the battle. Basically the Southside boys are trying to make more not gang, because that's damning to say it's like a gang, but a group of a particular culture in trying to expand the network. And I fuck with it heavy. Now, I'm also privy to know that Holmesy versus Crow was supposed to happen here, and I think this ends up being a last minute swap-a-roo, but this Crow is never to be slept on. Crow, if you sleep on Crow, you've lost. You've absolutely lost, because Crow has a way, especially with the Don't Flop crowd, to connect to something that's very British, where RX Southside is connecting to London and connecting to, you know, certain areas, like accessibility wise for now, until RX builds his network bigger, Crow can kind of connect with the crowd a lot more, especially a Don't Flop crowd. Whether this was like No's Chat, members only, the UK trenches, maybe more of a crowd like that, maybe RX has a lot more, maybe, he has a lot more of a chance because he'll connect to that crowd a lot better. But I'll always bang the drum of how good Crow was versus Emerson Kennedy. That cannot be swept under the rug ever, unless he has a better performance that's something more dominating against someone of such a high caliber talent. Like, I feel he's going to do renditions of this against RX Southside, and he's just going to have these stanzas that are going to connect with the crowd. I'm going to go 2-1 Crow. That's not to say that RX can't take it from him and snatch it from Crow very easily, but I think Crow can connect to that Don't Flop crowd. I've seen him connect to the Don't Flop crowd a lot more than RX has with other crowds. But if I was a battle rapper in this day and age, battle RX now, so you do not have to deal with a hassle with him in the future. Because when him, MK, and all the when they get their shit 100% popping, they've got Arsenal popping on their podcast, they've got Jerry West has been on it, and when they really start popping their shit, nobody's touching them, nobody's getting anyone near them. So everyone just battle them now. Have them on your record so you can then say, here, I battled MK, I battled these boys. Yeah, look, I've got this on YouTube right now. Because when they go, they're gone. They are gone. So, yeah, as I said, 2-1 Crow. Now, you've probably seen it on the side there, typing away or whatever. Let's see what ChatGPT had to say. So I've given you my breakdown. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. I'm going to read what they've got. In a rap battle between Crow and RX Southside in London, it would be a fierce contest. Both with their distinct styles, and their performance would likely hinge on factors like delivery, wordplay, and crowd interaction. True. Crow is known for his powerful presence and clever lyricism, while RX Southside is known for raw, gritty style with solid punchlines. I agree. Crow maybe has more of the punchlines, personally, but where there's a lot more storytelling in RX style. If it came down to crowd control and energy, RX Southside could have the advantage with his aggressive delivery. However, if it's about technical skill and intricate bars, Crow might have the upper hand. The winner would depend on the vibe of the battle. If the crowd is leaning towards a more lyrical contest, Crow could edge it. But if it's all about raw energy and performance, RX Southside could come out on top. Yeah, I might hang up the jersey. That's a very good fucking breakdown. But I don't like that it didn't tell me who was going to win though. I think what it's telling me is assuming that you want to be more lyrical, and it's the vibe of Don't Flop. So I think that it's trying to say. I think, as I said, it's trying to say if it's a Don't Flop crowd, Premier Battles crowd maybe, Crow has an advantage because it's that maybe that kind of vibe, unless it's kind of plug environment or like if it's Manchester Premier Battles and Don't Flop vibe, then Crow probably has it. But if it's not that, if it's Premier Battles London, and then it could be the other way around. So, not bad, but I need to ask who wins next time. Lazy versus XQZ. Damn. Yeah, Lazy is a son of a gun, like. He's just come off of the Black Tea battle, and now Lazy's up against a tactician. Now, what I worry about for XQZ is being in this big stage. This is Hoxton. This is almost Summer Madness 2-esque, where I wonder if they will use it, the bits around the top. I wonder if they'll use that, or if it's going to be like if it's in pit, XQZ has more of a chance. If it's on the stage, Lazy has more of a chance there to me. Like it's very dependent on the stage, because the delivery of XQZ has never been the greatest, but the writing and the bars and the attacks are fucking phenomenal. When they need to be, they are. And XQZ has an ability to fit the room of everywhere. But if I'm to say who wins this, right? Personally, I will go with Lazy. Because I think Lazy's going to be on a headhunt for 2025, and XQZ is a great lily pad to start off your year. Not to say that XQZ isn't it doesn't have the capabilities to really take an angle, spin it, and really work things out. It's just, yeah, Lazy's on a run right now, and I think having Don't Flop by his side, but being able to utilize Premier Battles, Don't Flop, and all these other leagues is going to be such a good thing for him to be a successful battle rapper in 2025. Let's see what ChatGPT had to say. In a rap battle between Lazy and XQZ in London, it could go either way depending on their styles, delivery, and crowd reaction. However, if Lazy has a laid-back but clever flow with strong punchlines, and XQZ brings a high energy with rapid-fire bars, the battle might come down to crowd reaction and how they handle the crowd's energy. That fits for a lot of different things, but I don't know if that fits for XQZ. If it's a more traditional London battle with the grime influence, Lazy might stand out if he can match the intensity of the scene while maintaining a cool swagger. I kind of get what they're saying with this, but Lazy, the depiction of Lazy, I'm saying this respectfully, there is that depiction of fox hunting. There is, and that's not to disrespect him, but that's what people take as angles on him. That fox hunter Tory look. You know, so so for Lazy to be the guy that is benefiting off the grime scene's hilarious. So, as I say, intensity with the scene, a cool swagger. But if XQZ brings raw, witty, and creative punchlines with a bit of humour, it might edge him forward. It's all about the vibe they create. Good point. So, this point, because the last one I didn't get a response, I went, oh, who wins though? If I had to pick a winner between Lazy and XQZ, I'd say XQZ. Based on the context of the London scene, where quick wit, wordplay, and crowd control are key. Very similar to the Crow stuff. XQZ energy would probably have the edge in London. Crowd tends to favour rapid fire bars and high energy. If XQZ keeps the pace up while packing in the clever punches, he'd likely come out on top. Lazy would need to bring something special to stand a chance. Oof. Oh, stand a chance. So, because I don't know much about the AI shit, I thought I'd also ask one more question. I think this is the only other time I ask a third question, right? What about XQZ's monotone delivery? You raise a good point with XQZ's monotone projection. If XQZ sticks to a flat monotone delivery, that could definitely work against him in a London rap battle, where the crowd tends to favour dynamic performances and varied flows, without the low without the vocal versatility, he might struggle to hold the crowd's attention, especially if Lazy brings in a more engaging, unpredictable style. If you, this is nuts. If Lazy can utilize tone shifts, clever pauses, and a smooth delivery, he can definitely capitalize on potential lack of projection. Holy fuck! Oh, wait a fucking minute! I feel like Piperboy. Wait a minute! The performance element in a rap battle is key, and if Lazy commands a stage better with his presence and voice control, he might just pull out the win despite XQZ's lyrical abilities. In that case, Lazy might actually edge out after all. And then it starts asking me for more data and what I think, and I just went, eh. Bro, who's doing a better breakdown here? Anderson Burris versus MARLO. This will be difficult to call. I actually have, like, before... This is actually the second time I'm doing this battle to predict, because I went on a fucking stupid long tangent there. So I'm going to try to keep it a little shorter. There's things that you have to consider before deciding who we think will win this battle. Anderson Burris is very much a public figure. Has a very great sense of humour, very UK sense of humour, has had a good year in the last year with a Funky D, Sharon, Thesaurus. Like he's had a good year of like wins and debatables, right? Maybe not quite champion of the year level, but you know he's had in ScoMo too. He's basically been international for the last while, so he is definitely not. He definitely doesn't have that home field disadvantage. So with that considered in his delivery and how clear he can be, it's in comparison to almost the legacy of MARLO on Don't Flop. So they're both similar style-wise. They're both similar, except Anderson is more Americanized and Anderson can go the extra level of aggression that MARLO maybe couldn't get away with. But MARLO also has, you know, been through the trenches and Don't Flop. He went from the rags to the riches. He really went. He went to Fiddler's Elbow and did what he needed to do in them kind of lower positions, and then made his way up to the leads and to 1,800 to 2,000 people, one crowd going crazy over Chalky Walkie biscuits. He's been there. This is difficult. I think that as a bet, you would be safer picking MARLO because he's kind of the Don't Flop face. If not a champion, he's kind of the face. MARLO couldn't do anything wrong on Don't Flop. He could never do anything wrong. But I would think that MARLO can go to a certain level, but I think Anderson Burris can go to the next level after that. So I think MARLO might be confined to where he wants to take a battle. Like he you know, as a master of angles, he's confined to his limit of where he wants to go in regards to like disrespect and these sort of things, right? Where Anderson Burris isn't quite. He's willing to push the boundaries more. We've seen that more with the Thesaurus battle. He will push the boundaries more. You will reference like the family members and whatnot if need be, and it'd be interesting to hear Anderson's perspective of, like, you know, the MARLO and Shuffle T dynamic, assuming that Shuffle T's behind, and you know, MARLO pointing over the top of MARLO to speak to Shuffle and say Shuffle's the best of the two, as any battler does tend to say that. I think that dynamic will also be quite powerful in that Anderson is a student of the game, so he's not going to walk into something that he doesn't feel confident to at least have a debatable with. So I'm going to edge Anderson Burris here, and that's an edge. This could be the closest battle of the night, honestly. It could be, like, between that and XQZ and Lazy, I think are probably going to be the most debatable. Let's see what ChatGPT had to say. Okay, that's a tough one. Both MARLO and Anderson Burris have distinct styles, and it would depend on the crowd and the atmosphere and how the opponent approaches each battle. I feel like it's a similar thing that they say for all the battles. MARLO is known for his hard-hitting punchlines, wordplay, and overall commanding presence. Anderson Burris, sharp, witty, experimental approach with flows. In a London setting, UK rap battles often favour intricate wordplay, delivery, charisma, so this could be a very close match. MARLO's aggression. I might be missing a trick here. Is tested and experienced in the UK scene. Anderson Burris has a creative flair that could catch the audience easily off guard. It'd be intense. MARLO with the slight edge in a live setting, unless Burris brings something completely unexpected to the table. So I asked after this, so I'm asking about this, right? Is MARLO aggressive? And this I felt this was quite interesting. You're right to question that. MARLO is actually more known for his slick delivery, impressive wordplay, and punchlines that often hit more with the subtle precision than outright aggression. He's got a clever style combining humour with sharp bars and often relies on his intricate flows and setups to make an impact. His ability to manipulate language and deliver well-timed comebacks makes him a real force in battles. While he might not always go for the hard-hitting approach in the same way others do, his strength lies in his technical ability and creativity. He can definitely hold his own with punchlines, but they might be more layered or witty compared to the more direct, aggressive ones. Does that sound more like what you were thinking of? Yo, how is ChatGPT bodying me like this? Sean KRAY versus Coffee Brown. Oh, this is a style clash. This is a doozy, to say the least. Crikey. This is very difficult to call. So I would tell you that, spoiler, I think Coffee Brown is probably Woman of the Year and for 2024 in Battle Rap. I don't think there's too much of a discussion. It's between her and Jazz. That's the two. Had amazing year battles. Shotgun Suge, Arsenal, Jazz, E-Heart. A lot of names that she's faced this year. Not many losses at all. And Sean KRAY is coming off of a Battle of the Year contender, a great performance versus Raptor, in beating O'Shea very convincingly. You should go back and watch Sean KRAY versus Frankie Fraser. Watching that live, we knew that was a great battle. Going back on it, God, that really is a contender for Battle of the Year. That's a fantastic battle, Jesus. In that battle, we've seen how Sean KRAY was able to be so versatile and able to utilize angles in a way that we hadn't seen before. I have to give Sean credit for this, because there was a typical time where we put Sean KRAY into this lads box. Don't talk to coppers, that. We put him in a box for a little while, but that Frankie Fraser battle showed, right, he can angle, he can punch, he can set up, and he's a bit of a tactician too. Like, he really utilized all of his skills there, and is still able to play off of what a typical lad's thing, even with Raptor, about your 3-dart average. Like, he still can dabble in what he's used to, quote unquote, but he's able to do so much more. Which is why, for a lot of people, Sean KRAY is a dangerous battle, a very dangerous battle for a lot of people. Coffee's going to go in there, heavy performance, bar out, be in Sean KRAY's face, probably worse than what Arsenal would be with Quill and Big K will be with Scoop. As an American, she's going to go crazy. I'm going to go with Sean 2-1. If Coffee watches this, sorry baby cakes, I love you, but yeah, I think Sean's got this 2-1. Coffee can win, but this is just a very different battle. This isn't for Coffee. This isn't her regular battle. For Sean KRAY, he's become diverse enough to take on any challenge that I think this will just further amplify the diverseability of Sean KRAY. Tough one to call. Both Sean KRAY and that are talented in their own rights. Coffee's lyricism is sharp, complex metaphors. Sean KRAY is known for gritty style and sharp delivery, often adding more aggressive edge to his bars. I actually would agree with that. I think there is something sharp. Maybe Sean won't say it himself, but I feel like he leans on this Cockney shit. Like I don't even know if he is Cockney, but he personifies Cockney, and there is a bit. As nice as a Cockney lad is, there is a sharpness to it. In a London setting where the scene is so diverse, it might come down to who connects with the crowd. Coffee could bring some smooth wordplay that lands with precision, but Sean KRAY might be more inclined to bring raw aggression. So ChatGPT says it can go either way, but if we're talking about crowd energy and stage presence in London, I'd lean slightly towards Sean KRAY. So I think we agree, but for different reasons. Yeah, I think for different reasons. Coffee will have the delivery won't be smooth. It will be gutter. It will be rough. The title match. Oh la la. So, for me, things to consider in this battle, right? Gemini this is his first title defense with the Don't Flop title. I don't know. I think they use a ring. I'm sure it's a ring. First time for that, and they had a whole tournament. You know, UNAN is just been on one, reached this level to battle Gemini to try and beat him. UNAN always shows up, and the one thing that he has never had that his peers have had is a championship belt. Whether it was Premier Battles, whether it's Don't Flop, he's like the Sharon of the UK. Extremely talented. Always deserving a title match, but never quite getting the job done. And will he get the job done? I don't know. UNAN's probably a better writer than Gemini, but Gemini has the tacts and goes the extra mile. And you know what? Battle rap is a bitch. I'll be real. Battle rap is a bitch. I think Gemini will take it. There's a part of me that is rooting for UNAN too. I'm rooting for both of them. I love Gemini. I love UNAN. There's a part of me I'm rooting for both because I think they both deserve to be the champion or continue their reign or start a reign. They both absolutely deserve it. But battle rap is a bitch, and because battle rap is a bitch, UNAN's not going to finish that story. I don't see it. This isn't WrestleMania 40. This is real life. You know, it isn't scripted. Gemini might have the glow hint on him on the day. He's going to be calling out people that are international and kind of minimizing UNAN a little bit. There's a star power with Gemini, especially on Don't Flop. Yeah, Gemini 2-1 because battle rap's a bitch. Both UNAN and Gemini are solid talents in their own right. UNAN has a knack for clever wordplay, intricate schemes. Gemini brings high energy delivery and streetwise grit. It could really come down to the vibe of the battle of the night. Crowd's feeling Gemini's energy, he could edge it, but UNAN has the better bars and flow. You might take the win. Given the 2025 setting, it might also depend on how they adjust to the crowd style, since Londoners have a distinct appreciation for wit and delivery. So he didn't give me an answer. So it was like, yeah, don't dodge the question. I see what you're asking now. In a battle between UNAN and Gemini, I'd say UNAN might have the edge. His ability to craft intricate multi-layered bars and his precision with wordplay can outshine Gemini's more high-energy, aggressive style. While Gemini might have stronger presence and more crowd control, UNAN's technical skill and clever punchlines could win over the judges and the crowd in a battle setting. You know what? You want to know what? ChatGPT is optimistic. they don't have that negative thought. They just say it how it is, and they don't. Maybe they've not been aware of Yunan's story. Maybe not. I respect that. I think Gemini's maybe got that more. But that's another great breakdown. I might use ChatGPT more. Let me know if you want me to use ChatGPT more. Scoop versus Big K. This was a big announcement when it happened. This was a big one. We all thought this was the main event. Genuinely. That it was like, when it happened, it was like, okay, everything else after this is kind of like extra battles on the cards. We knew some of them, whatnot. They announced this big thing. Like, big thing, you know? What I hope doesn't happen is Big K trying to attack Scoop's flow. Because Scoop's flow is entrenched with kind of UK battle rap and UK hip hop grime. That type style is entrenched in our scene, and I don't think it'll go over well. I really don't. Great. Big K is amazing, and he's his way of attacking, the 4-bar, the boom, 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 straight to business, onto the next one, boom, boom, boom. Like, Big K as a rapper is incredible. I hope Big K comes with the bars, and the best thing for Big K is to come with the scoop flips. I think that's going to go, he's going to go crazy on the scoop flips. It's his best approach. And maybe talk about the poetry stuff, but I don't see him, if he tries to dissect the scoop flow, what that's probably going to do for the UK crowd is when Scoop gets to his flow, is going to go, oi! Like, because we understand it, and there's them and that dynamic that them Americans don't understand it, so we appreciate it more. It's like the Americans coming into our yard telling us that our shit is trash, and then when we do it well, not we, but when the UK does it well, we then react going, look, it's not trash. Like, as an optic, I hope that Big K's cleverer than that. Because Scoop's going to go in there and Scoop is going to rap with him. Scoop is he's just going to go in there and go, he's going to put on business, you know. If I'm to say for anyone to win, I think Scoop will win. I think Scoop, his return to Don't Flop is quite big. And he's not battled since Arc. And I see him going crazy. I do see him going crazy. And when he does get into these fast pockets and whatnot, like him versus Frankie Fraser, another amazing. Frankie has a lot of amazing battles actually when you really sit there and break it down. But even though they go to the Goblet of Sacrifice, like there's so many, like, Scoop is so rapid fire that for Big K's 4, Scoop's done 12. And even if Big K goes for the angle of you're a big man, you can't breathe, Scoop then proceeds to rap faster than him, and his breath control becomes better than Big K's in a way. I just think, and another thing to give Big K credit for is momentum building. But I also think Scoop does momentum building better. Like, at least in the UK. If it was in the US, okay, Big K 3-0. But I think in the UK, Scoop 2-1. I think he'll just have the whole of London with him. And I'm very much looking forward to this battle. A rap battle between Big K and Scoop in London. It would certainly be intense. Big K known for punchlines, wordplay, Sharp and aggressive style to his battles, often hard-hitting bars. Scoop more laid back, yet witty approach, often using clever wordplay and humour. I feel like that's a copy and paste of one of the other ones that we just had. Because I would disagree. London context, Big K, punchline heavy style, which often goes down well in battle rap, but if Scoop can bring some clever references to London culture, which he would do, or connect with the crowd through humour and intricate wordplay, the crowd could easily win over. It could go either way depending on the performance, but Big K might have the edge with his more direct, impactful style. You know what? To give ChatGPT credit, Big K definitely cuts the mustard. He just goes straight in. Where once the wheels start rolling and that momentum going, you can't stop Scoop. But Big K is right through. As soon as it starts, boom, rap time, bam, into the pocket instantly. Main event, Arsenal versus Quill. This is an all-star matchup, man. Like, it's a bit of a shame this is happening now and not like maybe 6 years ago or whatnot. You know, when your views really mattered. Because this would have been a banger. I almost got an interview with Arsenal. If Arsenal sees us, apologies. Apologies, my guy. You might see, you might not. I just couldn't work it out. I couldn't work out my times, and I feel a bit bad. But I will apologise to your face because I was meant to try and organise that with you. As I was saying though, this battle here now, Arsenal's just come off of battling Shuni the Rapper and Murder Mook and Coach Corleone, I think it was Coach Corleone, and I see Arsenal's big media push, and I respect that a lot. I respect that tons. He's really out there, and he's. I think a lot of people are, and maybe even me included, not that we've forgotten how great Arsenal can be, but more that we've not really sat in. Like Arsenal, all of Arsenal's accolades are easy to be seen. We see the views and we see the battles and that's it. But when he's there rapping with Fetty Wap, songs with NLE Chopper, touring with Chris Brown, like when he's done all of this shit, we don't quite see it because we're so focused on battle rap. So I like that he's really getting like, oh, don't forget, I'm the fucking man out here. But you know what that does as well? That gives Quill a lot of material to use. Man, Quill's dangerous. I've always said this. Quill is such a dangerous battle rapper. Difficult for anyone. Even like the MARLO in the Premier Battles 2023, you know, really first round was electric, you know, visual, electric. Like Quill has this ability of being one of the best ever as a rapper. In the same way with Scoop, Quill does this momentum building, Red Dot for visual, like the Terminator, like Quill really but they're both really good rappers, and I wonder if Arsenal thinks that the disrespect thing's gonna work. I don't think it'll work with Quill. I don't think there's anything that you could really say to Quill that actually lands as disrespect that people are gonna go, oh, you shouldn't say that, because you know Quill's a straight up good guy. Like I can't think of anything that Arsenal has unless it's fabricated in the way, but you know, Arsenal again, a great storyteller too, that he can present anything like it is true and we go, but it's a lot of battles back to back. Quill's wanting a strong 2025 because apart from the Hollow battle, which was good, but it wasn't that impactful. Or maybe it was impactful in the radar that I see. I'm not seeing it shared often. I'm not seeing it, you know what I mean? It's been and gone. This needs to be the best Quill to set the tone for 2025. Quill's been a front runner for a long time in regards to being skillful, and the only thing that sets him back is not battling enough. Quill can change a lot of people's perspective with this battle, and I think he will. I think this is where Quill, main event, top of the card. This is the big opportunity for him to really show off to the world that he is that guy in Don't Flop still. And I think this is the returning battle of Don't Flop since the title match, which is kind of that Roman Reigns sort of story of, I lost my belt, so I fucked off for so long and came back. You know what I mean? Like that's his own storytelling, and I think people are going to really rock with that. So I'm going to go Quill 2-1. Could be a 3-0. No, 2-1. And I think Arsenal's going to have that round that we're all just going to sit there and go, whoa, that's that shorty Arsenal. That's that Arsenal that we love. In a rap battle between Arsenal and Quill, it would be an interesting style of clash. Arsenal known for the aggressive direct approach with heavy focus on disrespecting bars that target his opponent. He's a veteran with a big international presence and has faced some of the top names in the battle scene, so he's used to the pressure. On the other hand, Quill has more polished style with a lot of wordplay schemes and delivery that would cater to tell a UK audience. Fair. He's known for his lyrical ability and intricate setups, which would likely appeal to a London crowd who generally appreciate the more complex bars and structure in battle rap. The atmosphere would definitely play a role though. The crowd might favour someone who connects with their style and culture, and Quill's local roots could give him an edge in terms of a crowd control and relatability. However, Arsenal's experience and ability to adapt could see him win over the crowd with his aggressions and impactful punchlines. So, what I've taken away from that is that it's a 50-50. I would have asked what they said, who would probably edge it, but I think with what they're saying with the experiences and whatnot, I think they're trying to tell me that Arsenal maybe have more of a chance to take this, that the vibe of the battle is Arsenal will win unless Quill connects to the local roots. Which is fair, and you know, Arsenal is a legend, so in the end, there's no disrespect and no question from me. Guys, that is the predictions between me, GBR versus Chat GBR versus Chat GBT. You know, I might be out of a job. I might be out of a job, completely out of it. Let me know what you think. I just thought it was a bit of fun just having that second perspective from AI to see what they thought, and if they actually know enough about battle rap, or if people have put enough data in battle rap to gather information. Thought that was pretty fun. So I look forward to it. I will catch you guys at the event. Another episode of Guess What List We're In should be on. I look forward to that too. It's inevitable. If you see me, smile, wave. I don't care. I'm chill as fuck. Cammygbr. Peace. Girl, you know I find you sign, and I know that you know that I can make it right. I feel just how